So, when did you start painting?
No, I was a kid. I was like 4 or 5. I mean, my mother was a painter, so there was always paints and brushes around. So I'd just pick up stuff and just start making a mess.
Do you remember the first thing you ever painted?
Well, I do, only because my mother kept it, and she would break it out and show everybody and tell the story every time somebody came around, so,
And what's the story?
Well, not like it was some brilliant work of art or I was a prodigy or anything. It was just more like a bunch of colors splashed all over a page. But it's what I told her it was that struck her and made her hold on to it.
And what was that?
I told her it was a picture of God.
Gregory Davidson is known in art circles as a visionary. His works draw parallels to artists such as surrealist René Magritte to Grant Wood's post-impressionist works. His paintings have graced the walls of art galleries around the world, as well as the homes of the rich and famous and art collectors alike. But little is known about this very private man.
My name is Monique Granger. Call me Momo. I'm in the art world.
My name is Terry Blake, and I'm an art dealer, collector, and fan of beautiful, odd, and amazing things.
My name is Jackson Tennant. I'm an art dealer. I was the exclusive seller of Gregory Davidson's Hidden Blessings series of paintings.
To me, Gregory Davidson's art represents the hidden parts of each of us and what we're trying to find within ourselves.
It's hard to put into a sentence what his art is.
I'm still not completely certain I know.
You're larger than life,
It's unique.
unexpected.
There was something intriguing about it.
It's hidden art
It's bold.
within a piece of art.
It's classic and modern.
Makes you want to know what it is.
No one knows
It's there,
Is it a picture?
what he's about,
but it's not,
Was it a painting?
why he paints what he paints.
A picture of a painting?
Because you don't know what the heck it is.
His art conveyed a voice that we hadn't been hearing.
It's like when you're moving in one direction
What's that?
and someone else is moving in the opposite direction.
What's behind that guy?
And because of it, they're blocking your view of something that you're trying to see.
Move out of the way, you're blocking the view,
And then you both pass it. You never really get a good look at what it was.
It made us question what we were looking at.
It kind of drives you crazy.
People had to have them.
And it leaves you with this feeling of desire to know more.
I think the industry needed Davidson.
And you can never really be sure what it is you saw, which makes it even all the more compelling.
I put a couple of pieces in my gallery, and it seemed instantly people were asking about it, and offers came in.
I think the first piece sold to an investment banker whose wife was in love with it.
Yes, the Tannenbaums, Shirley and Ira.
And then it was like, wow.
She had to have it. Had to have it.
I don't know what they paid for it. Maybe 6 figures, maybe 7.
They paid $1.2 million and then, landslide.
And that set the bar for the rest of the collection.
Before you knew it, Gregory's work was garnering top dollar, and he was becoming quite wealthy from it.
People wanted to get them all. It was like, what is that? A Pokemon.
I started getting more calls.
Give me a Davidson.
Pokemon. The
Do you have any Davidsons?
the things we have to get, you have to catch them all.
How much for the latest in the series?
I'll ask my nephew about it, but once you had to have one Davidson, you had to have another.
That's rare. That's not the norm.
And that's not usually how it works. You usually get one from this artist and one that, like a buffet, a very expensive buffet.
He's not a rock star artist.
But with Greg's pieces, you felt like you wanted to have at least a couple to tell the story. It was a very rare thing.
Although his pieces are truly superstars within themselves.
But it always felt almost supernatural, if you'll allow me. The way it all took off and then also how it stopped.
Then he stopped.
He stopped,
He stops. Poof!
just like that.
All done. Bye-bye.
Nothing new. No more paintings. No more Davidson.
He says, I think God wants me to stop this. So he did.
Greg called me and said he was done.
Hardly anyone just says, I'm not gonna paint anymore.
He said he needed to concentrate on his boys.
Well, Greg did strike me as a man of faith. He was very committed to his family, very much about prayer and God.
I knew he was a single parent, and I know the story of his wife was not something he brought up ever.
Oh, his one true love, Grace. He'd say Gracie. She passed so young.
I don't know what happened to his wife. I think it was a car accident, maybe.
Think maybe an illness?
All I know is it was unexpected and left him with 2 young boys.
I do know she was very young, 20s.
And it's what started his works that we all fell in love with.
It's very sad, but it also gave us some amazing work.
It was like she was his muse, even from the great beyond.
When Lydia came to me saying she owned one of his pieces and he invited her to come interview him, I about fell out of my chair. Unbelievable. We need to get that authenticated and you have got to make a film. So I went to some investors I know in the art world and they all agreed to fund the shoot. They just want a few important things. 1, verification of Lydia's piece, Untitled Prayer.
If you actually have a piece the world hasn't seen yet, I would love to see it. I don't know.
Yeah, that has to be a Gregory Davidson.
Kind of looks like his brush strokes and his lines.
Oh,
I can see his soul. Yeah.
If he ends up verifying that, I'm sure we could find you a buyer very quickly. Very quickly.
2, and this is the one I'm dying to know, what was the big secret in his first series, Hidden Blessings? What is the painting within the painting?
well, that's a very interesting question.
I'd like to believe each one had something different behind it, you know?
Maybe like it's a painting that goes on and on and on.
I know one buyer insisted on having theirs x-rayed to see if they could see what was behind it,
I don't know.
but they were never able to do it.
I don't know.
There was some type of issue with the machine and it didn't work.
I don't know.
I thought that went along perfectly with Greg's insistence on his art being something of a gift from God.
It's the not knowing that makes him so desirable, I think.
Is there a connection to his late wife? Some people believe it's a painting of her.
I think they had to be Gracie.
The romantic in me is rooting for that.
How could it not be her, right?
And 3, what, if anything, is he working on now, and can we see it?
He may just be filling his attic with canvases, but no, he couldn't have just completely stopped.
He already made enough to live on from the few years we got out of his work.
Well, his son's helping with his charity work now. Talk to them. Maybe they can get him to paint some more.
Please, Gregory, show us what you're working on.
Greg, are you which camera? Which one? Greg, are you watching? Please give us a little bit more. We're not done with you yet.
Please give him my best when you interview him.
Don't stay hidden like you're painting.
But be prepared, though.
Bless us with more hidden blessings.
Greg is a bit like Willy Wonka.
Come back and see us.
Many have tried through the years to get into the chocolate factory.
And we miss you.
He must think very highly of you.
I smell a spin-off. Everyone loves a surprise second act, don't they?
My name is Lydia Drake. I'm a filmmaker. I was offered an unprecedented opportunity to interview Gregory Davidson over the course of 2 years. Before this, he'd never given a formal interview, and I'd never heard of him. But after my time with Gregory, his family, and friends, I saw the deeper point and plan for this film. I've included things in this that may be unorthodox for a documentary filmmaker to read, like my private video diaries and behind the scenes that were meant for archives. Footage from backup cameras I had rolling in case something interesting happened. A lot of interesting things here. Some sweet, some sad, and some simply unbelievable. But all of it is the true story of my time with a reluctant hero and an amazing man, Gregory Davidson. So this is the painting my mom left me. She used to have it in her prayer closet where she'd spend hours praying to it and her Jesus. When she died, she left it to me. Yeah. Like, wow, I couldn't believe my mom had a famous artist painting. It's like one of those stories you hear about finding a Picasso at a garage sale or something. So I tried to see if I could find a contact for him and found his website. And I didn't expect to hear from anyone, let alone actually him. So we went back and forth, who I was, what I do, and he said something like, well, if you want to talk or film me painting, you can. I said just kind of half joking because I read about how he doesn't do interviews. How about a full documentary on you and your art? And he said, great idea. when do you want to start? And I was like, I guess I got a documentary to shoot. I found this note on the back. I guess she was trying to tell me something. And I hope it does bring me to my truth. I never knew my dad. It was something that was kept a big secret from me by my mom and my grandparents, and all I know is she got pregnant in college and they pulled her out, kept her home after that, and here I am. And here he is. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, you've got 4 days. That's almost a week with him for this first set of interviews. Just nice and easy. Don't jump right into questions about his wife or your painting. We don't want him shutting it down before it gets started. His oldest son, Matthew, runs the business with his attorney, Adam.
Joel, yeah, I know. I've done as much homework as I can. It's gonna be fine. You're getting me all in my head about it.
Oh, sorry. It's just, this is a big deal and I'm excited for you. Have fun with it. Remember to keep track of your receipts. These investors are really strict.
You know I'm recording this, right?
As you should be. Record everything. You never know what you might catch, and if you happen to leave a microphone on or a camera in the room, you know.
Okay. I'm hanging up now.
Welcome to the Davidson compound.
Hi, I'm Lydia. This is Trinity. She's my friend.
Yeah, Gregory. Well, you guys are settled in, but we take our shoes off. Should I talk to you or the camera?
You can look at me. Just talk to me.
Okay. We take our shoes off in the play. I guess you guys, you don't have to. I always feel like Mr. Rogers, though. Won't you be my neighbor? And I got my inside shoes. See? Okay. Boys should be around here somewhere, though. Hey, boys! Matt, Sam, anybody? Oh, hey. Hey.
Hi.
Matthew Davidson. Look at that. There he is. It's just act natural. It's good. It's good.
Do I look at the camera or?
Just talk to me.
No, you look at them. Come on.
Okay.
Amateur. Doesn't know anything, huh? Where's Sam? Hey, Sam. Gotta be here somewhere, Sam. Hey. There he is.
Oh.
He's perfect there. Just
Hey. Hold on. Oh.
you look
Can you
at
ask him questions
you look
now?
at them. Because Matthew couldn't figure that out, but
yeah.
I figured it out for him. Yeah.
He wouldn't know that.
And there you are, looking good. Yeah.
Oh, join him? Are you mic'd up? All right.
I'm mic'd up. Here we go. I hope you're ready for this.
Okay.
Well, make yourselves at home. We got a lot of places to shoot and hang out and stuff. I paint in a lot of places. We got the sunroom over there. Out on the patio, I've been doing some painting out there too. And the office, that's my other painting spot downstairs. I got more upstairs. That's the boys' office there. There's Sam's room there. You probably don't want to go in there. This is a space where I do some painting and store some art as well. You brought your painting then, yes?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Great, because I'm curious, I want to see it. And I'm curious about your mom and everything too. I want to get her story and what she. What was? Hello. Well, okay. So these are old canvases. Oh man, these are more like the actual Hidden Blessings. I don't know how they fell, but yeah, the original Hidden Blessings, they're easier. So you put them, you roll them up when they're large like that because it's a lot more work to store giant frames. So you take them off the frames and you put them up. Then those are, like I said, those are the size of the original Hidden Blessings, but they would cover a whole wall. These, Matt put these up for you. Actually, this used to be Matt's room, but I've turned it into another art space. But he's moved out, got his own place. He's a big boy. He put these up just to kind of show you. Obviously I don't own the originals anymore, but they were special stuff. Like I say, they were huge, but they took a long time to do. And it would take months for me to do one of these, and so they were a lot of work. But people really liked them, and they still do, thankfully, for the charity and all. But I painted them during a time that I was going through some stuff, the loss of my wife, and
Yeah, hope we can talk about that, maybe.
yeah, we can certainly talk about that, but not yet. Maybe maybe get to know each other a little better here, you know, because I want to ask you more about your mom's painting. This keeps falling, man. Okay, well, let me, hang on. We just act natural. We just act as though it's all just, everything is fine. Let me see. What are you working on?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's lovely, son.
Thank you.
What have you done here? Oh, yes, there's some numbers and things being crunched over here. Perfectly normal day here in the Davidson home. Are you guys as awkward as I am?
Getting there.
This is gonna be fun, huh? No, oh, are you guys hearing all that? Sorry. Okay, this is great. I'll make some sandwiches.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's about how it goes, usually.
That's a lot of canvases. Do you do these all in one day?
No, I'm just gonna get to know these canvases. I need to find out their story. Like you need to find out my story, right? We're setting the stage for these. Each painting is like a fingerprint. Each one's different. And there it is, I'm done. This is New York art. $1 million. Thank you, thank you. But that's also kind of the crazy part about art, is it could be something as simple as that. And if it moves somebody, and if it tells a story, and it portrays a character, that alone could mean something. Burnt umber. Here's a rarity in the Davidson home. That one hasn't even been opened yet. I think we know why, though. I don't like this color. Well, we'll see what happens. See, sometimes your foundation just isn't right. I don't like these colors. I chose poorly. You gotta make sure your foundation is right.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm a blank canvas. You gotta get to know me, but how do you do that? You add some colors. The people you interview about me, that know me, they are the colors. They're the ones that add the real story to my life.
Your sons?
Matt and Sam, strong base colors, but dig deeper.
Your sister Audrey?
This has just been so much fun.
Sweet, gentle flower. Are you done?
Gregory Oliver.
No, but she is sweet. Ow. But no, you're getting warmer.
Your attorney Adam?
Well, he's not just my attorney. He is also my best friend and probably the most complex of all colors to add to the canvas of Gregory Davidson.
This thing's okay, right? Yeah. It's a lot of gear. Pretty socks. These are for Greg. So which camera do I look at when I'm talking? Oh, okay. So it's like a deposition then. Should I be nervous? Do I need a lawyer?
Really?
Well, actually, I'm just saying that. He just really wants to be in your movie, so I thought I'd build him up a little. Check him out. See, this is turning out. This is all right. I'm saving it. You can always save a painting.
So when did you and Gregory meet?
Greg, when did we meet? Wow. Well, it started with a 19, so it was a long time ago. So Greg and I met in college. Yeah, we were both going through a season. He was coming off a pretty rough period in his life and ended up at a Bible study that I was at. He needed to get back on track. He needed to find God again, and I kind of did too. And so we just hit it off.
You know, I love messing with colors. These were very unusual for me, you know, to do something in pink, and I thought, perfect, I'll put them in front of Samuel's room. But then,
you have a lot of Bible verses on your wall. Are you a religious person?
Religious person. Well, kind of a big word. I'm a Christian. Some people would call that religious, I guess. Some people would say it's spiritual. I just try to connect with God. Little God winks. My friend Squire Rushnell wrote books called God winks. I think of these paintings as that for me. It's my way to kind of connect with him and find his providential love throughout the house. But I got a friend that puts them on little sticky notes and he leaves them all over his mirrors and stuff. And I got a friend that leaves Bibles open in different rooms, various scriptures and stuff. I like to paint them on large canvases and then hang them on the walls and then have awkward conversations about religion when people come over, so.
Sorry.
No, I'm messing with you. But I'm curious though too, do you ever feel like you get those God winks, Lydia?
I don't know. I grew up with religious stuff around me, but I think it's just all up to the universe. If you believe in good, if you try to be good, be the best person you can be, then really the universe rewards you for your actions on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Different people.
Obviously different than what I believe, but it's, I think it's important to know what you believe and why you believe it. You challenge yourself and you make sure that you're hitting the mark.
Sure.
So I may challenge you on that, if you don't mind, while we're here together. at times and see how that holds up. Even bigger though, the biggest question about all of it is, do you like them?
Yes, I think they are very nice.
I like giving them away now. Shh, don't tell Jackson Tennant. But if anybody likes them, either of you like these, you can have any of them you want. Or even better, if you have like a favorite scripture or a verse, you start diving into that Bible to prove your universe point, let me know and I can do a new painting for you, right? Add it to your Davidson art collection, okay, kiddo? Come on. I want to show you something over here, though.
Every once in a while, he'll meet someone and he'll bless them with a painting. It's either one that he, through conversation, thinks would encourage them, or they've flat out said, my favorite scripture is this. And next thing you know, he's handing them a painting with that scripture on it, and it's really cool. It's really fun to watch.
I'm not someone of faith like Greg.
I liked that Gregory was making it a God thing.
I'll admit, it did feel as though it had some provenance to it.
He was saying, look, you pray, you ask God for some guidance, and sometimes he gives you a little.
I think he was underselling his artistry.
My mother was sick. We were at an event, and he pulled me aside, and he said a prayer for her right there and then. It was very, very sweet. It was earnest. It didn't come off weird.
We were at a party at Jackson's in New York, and Gregory looks at me in the eye, and he says, Mo, I want to let you in on a little secret. It's got nothing to do with me or even the art. It's God letting me have a little peace and joy and blessing me a little because my talents are mediocre at best. And he believed that. He did.
My mother, thank you for asking. She's fine. Maybe it was Greg's prayer. Who knows?
He's really easy to be around, but very private, very much about letting the art be his voice.
Hello.
Hey!
Ready for me?
We are ready for you.
Boys are gonna love what you did with their office. Don't tell Matthew.
I promise we'll put it
He's
all
a little
back
more fidgety with things like this. Although, yeah.
Always a playful innocence.
Okay, so I'm looking at you.
Look at me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look at me.
But I want to look at the cameras.
Like he was elevating things while still being very humble and
If I sit, doesn't matter how I sit.
Whatever makes you comfy.
self-deprecating.
Striking.
Huh? Ooh. And there is a very bright light. I just started. I'm not supposed to do that, right?
No, you're not. It's
That's
tech
not part
talk.
of it?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tech language. I'm so sorry. You say striking. Don't look at the light.
Don't look at the light. Do the opposite of what I did.
He's got an excellent sense of humor.
I thought Trinity was making a commentary on how I look today. Striking. Why, thank you. It's from the junior boys department. That's the only ones I get that can fit.
We're just gonna slate Apple 01. She'll come in here and then, can you turn that down a little bit? It's a little hot.
They're adjusting because it's hot, because the
that's
apple
perfect.
and the
Right.
slate aren't adjusted just right. But once we do, it'll be striking.
So striking.
No idea. It's all this fancy film language. I'm not used to it.
I certainly always enjoyed my time with him.
Gregory Davidson interview. Take one.
Actually a bit of a mimic.
Hello there. This is not the interview you're looking for. Oh, is there? This paintbrush was your grandfather's. You gave it to your father, you gave it to me. I had to wear this uncomfortable. No. Whoa, wait a second, Doc. You mean to tell me that you're interviewing Gregory Davidson? That's right, Marty. There must be something wrong with the space-time continuum. All right, Doc is here. Doc is not here. You have no idea who I'm doing right now, do you? Johnny, you kids.
He would do an impression of me at times, which I thought was pretty funny. My wife said it was spot on.
What if I do this? Trinity, are you getting a good level on the microphone? Yeah. Oh, sure.
My father is a very serious man. He's had a lot to be serious about. Loss, tragedy, pain. He pours it all into his work. Or his art, I mean. But it's work, making art.
Matthew was very rule-oriented. I think he gets that from me.
It's a business on one hand, that's my part.
It's really benefited him in his work now and running our business. He was made for it, really.
I take charge of the day-to-day.
He and Sam, though, I mean, they are opposites in that.
They seem similar, but their personalities are significantly different.
Sam
My bad.
Whoops. Hi. Handles the web design.
So that's your art?
Yeah, no. It's fine. I mean, I could spend hours at a time on that thing, you know, just...
Sam is much more like Grace in his free-flowing nature.
I don't know if it's art. I mean, it's not like art that my dad does, but like it's
Greg's an artist. Greg's a creative, and Samuel's
I guess it's art.
a chip off the old block.
I mean, compared to what Matt's making over here. Sorry, Matt.
and I believe that the way Greg treats Matthew reflects Matthew's personality.
I thought it wasn't gonna work, but
You cleared it out?
It's
Okay.
all good.
Well, I'm glad you cleared it because I wouldn't have. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
And the way Greg treats Samuel reflects Samuel's personality.
But I don't make the rules on this. You know, I mean, because if you want to change that up, I'm willing to see whatever you would want to do.
Greg loves his boys equally. He doesn't play favorites.
We sell prints of Gregory's art on mugs, bookmarks, calendars, puzzles. There's a line of greeting cards and even t-shirts. It's a lot to manage.
Yeah, Matthew, he really keeps this place running.
And it's all for charity, which is a whole other aspect most businesses don't deal with.
His heart for the nonprofit is...
We find churches and shelters that need assistance, and we help them.
Wow, kid has a brain on him.
Through our work as a company, we have helped raise over $250,000 for various charities throughout the community in the last 2 years alone.
I'm not on site. I work in my own space, and Matthew is there, and
I'm in constant talks with Uncle Adam, our attorney.
But he's almost like my second eyes and ears on the ground, so that if stuff pops up...
It looks great, by the way. You're doing a very good job. So.
Appreciate it, thank you.
As usual.
He got Dad through the beginning stages of his career.
Matt hears all the details, and he thinks like a businessman, and
helped him make the right investments and retain rights to his works.
He's an integral part of this family, but also an integral part of the business.
It's what made all this possible.
In a lot of ways, most of the business that we do with Greg's art come out of Matthew's ideas.
Adam and Dad went to college together. He was the best man at his wedding.
Samuel, he's a sweet kid. He's got a mind very similar to his father. He's very creative.
What kind of cameras are these?
He understands technology too.
Is one of them like a close-up and wide too? Yeah. Cool.
But he can get distracted at times.
Oh, so like, are you like downtown or like how far? Do you love it?
He has a very passionate personality.
Oh, it's so busy, you know? I think that that's really cool.
Which can go hot or cold.
Everything's open like 24 hours and stuff, right?
He takes things that his father does.
You could go see a movie whenever you want.
And he runs it through a higher level of technology.
I think I'd feel really alive there. I mean,
it's cutting edge. It's mind-blowing sometimes to see some of the stuff he pulls out.
From what I've seen of it, I've never been, of course, but
he's a great kid.
That'd be really cool. Take me with you when you go back.
Can I ask what happened to your mother?
She died when I was 5.
Well, she's not with us. I should probably let Greg tell that story. It'd be more appropriate, I think, but...
So why now, after years of never talking?
Well, not years of never talking. I say things all the time, Lydia. I speak all day. I've been doing nothing but speaking. Years of never talking. My boys would be so thrilled. No.
Well, I think Gregory would be the first to say that he's not famous.
Look, the truth is I felt it was time to start saying some things and show people a little bit more about the art.
Now his art is, maybe.
Mainly because my boys convinced me of that, especially Matthew. He thought it'd be good for the nonprofit.
But he's really kept his life a lot more private.
It wasn't intentional. It wasn't like that. I'm trying to not say anything to people.
Because it's not about him.
I feel as though it's always been such a blessing from God to do what I do. I didn't want it to be about me.
It's about the art.
I want the art to speak.
And what it brings to people.
I want people to get what they get from the art.
Like someone's walk with God.
So what does that have to do with me interviewing him?
Well, I think you need to ask him about that, and I know that he'd be more than happy to tell you.
So then, why did you ask me to do the interview?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because actually, your cameras are rolling. We want to get to all this because this is very important. It's actually an intervention for you, Lydia. That's right. We want to talk to you, Trinity, right? Bring in the group. We want to talk to you about your boring choice of baseball caps.
What?
Let me show this. Come on, let me see this. Let me show everybody.
Gregory has always been and will always be the quintessential big brother and father figure to so many people.
Look at this.
Oh, that's the worst hat I ever saw. Oh, but it looks good on you, though.
No.
You know, he took after our father like that.
This is like, what is this?
It is
It's so plain.
I'm used to not having any logos on things because then I have to blur them out.
Oh,
I
sure.
do a lot of like corporate videos, EPKs,
And there you go again with your film talk. I do EPKs and...
He was such a great example of what it meant to follow Jesus.
No, look, the truth is I was actually, it's a great story. You should have cameras rolling. I was up one night and I was praying and I was on the computer. I had been looking at some art of real artists, Monet, Picasso, Renoir. Ding! You've got mail. You have no idea what that means, do you? Well, that's another story for another day. But anyways, completely lost on a younger audience. I got your email, came in, and there you were, a documentary filmmaker asking me about my paintings. And I was just asking God, what's next? What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Where do you want us to go? And so it just felt as though God was leading us. And so I'm excited to see where this takes us.
What about Grace? What happened to her?
Well, I think it was just part of Jesus' plan for her life to give right up to the end to save Samuel. And that's what she did.
Well, I'm not asking about my painting, but he has made references that make me believe it is his.
Gregory Davidson. Landscapes and different types of art, but other things too, like what I did with yours.
Untitled Prayer. Now that's a painting I've not seen in a long time. A long time.
Oops, I'm throwing paint around. I just added another layer to your Gregory Davidson painting down there.
Plus, he's putting it in like every shot, it seems. He's painting a lot.
Well, what is it? Is it more hidden blessings?
No, it's more abstract with like Bible verses on it.
Well, we knew he was a religious guy. Jackson Tennant told us that, right?
Yeah, still don't know how his wife died. Can't seem to get that out of any of them.
Well, walk gently, remember.
My mother was, well, actually, I don't really know what she was or how she was because I never met her. She died before I could meet her, which is strange because when I say the word mother, I think it means something very different to me than it would to most people. I think, well, to me, it's just a word. I just don't comprehend it. But I've studied her photos, I've watched videos, and I've heard my father and Uncle Adam's stories like 100 times. But yeah, she seems like a really neat lady, I guess.
So, did she die in childbirth with you?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll screw with your head, huh? Someone gives you life and then dies. Yeah, and then everyone is constantly compared it to like Christ giving himself for the world, and that's just what you need to hear. That's the kind of weight you need to feel. Like, no pressure, I got this.
I'm looking at this footage and I'm thinking I have to journal some of my thoughts. Because this is the stuff that drives me nuts about religious or spiritual people. It's the way they make you feel like they have it all figured out and you don't. Samuel doesn't seem to feel the same way. There's definitely some vibes that he wants to do his own thing and his art or something. And why shouldn't he? Losing his mother like that and then everyone putting that on him.
Oh, man.
It's like you, Mom, dying, leaving me this painting and a note to figure it out. Why does it all need to be so cryptic? You had your faith too, Mom, and where did that get you? It just... Spiritual people kind of suck.
Hey, I'm not one to ask an artist what they're hiding. I've worked with enough of them to know they can be very introverted and touchy about their art.
There's so many tortured souls in the art world, but not Gregory.
And he never embraced any of that, which I'm not saying is a bad thing.
And clearly he had pain, but he was just a constant, peaceful piece of art himself.
Greg was complex like that.
His straying from the norm maybe is what did it.
He was doing it to work through something. Through Gracie, I think.
I would like to think that maybe it has something to do with his wife.
It wasn't that he wouldn't open up about what happened with her. It's just, Gregory, you felt a bit like you might be prying too much.
Normally I'm pretty forward with that. Nah, I couldn't. I just couldn't ask him.
You didn't want to hurt him with questions, and he wasn't volunteering anything up either.
He seemed to really love her, and he never remarried as far as I know.
It all happened before we all knew him, before he was Gregory Davidson. It was like a different lifetime and something we all weren't a part of. You just wanted to give him his privacy on that.
So, can you tell me about you and Grace?
Yeah, saw this coming. So Grace and I met in college. We had a sociology class together that was not for me, but I always say she was, and so it was meant to be. We were just one of those couples that just, fit and clicked. We got married right after graduation, her graduation. I ended up leaving a little early. I had an opportunity to do a house painting business with a buddy of mine, and I took the job. And look, I don't really feel like I missed anything in school, so I figured paint, man, with the goal of becoming a painter, and so that's what I did. She got a job at the church that we were going to, and she worked with the kids. She loved working with the youth. She was an only child, so she always wanted a big family. It was like a couple years in that we got pregnant with Matthew, and he was great. He was a great little kid. Good. But loved his mama. If I was around, he was fine with me. But he wanted mama, and I can't blame him. So let me back up then. So with Matthew, there was a C-section, which we did not expect. We were gonna be like, au naturel. We were gonna do everything right, all the things, and we ended up having to have a C-section, which threw us for a loop with Matthew. And so Gracie had what they call keloids too, which creates scar tissue and makes it harder for her to heal. And that created an issue on the next pregnancy, so we had Matthew, and it took like 5 years before we actually got pregnant again. And Gracie, though, she always, music was really important to her. She wanted to have the right music playing, the right times. Matthew's song, so we'd have it playing in there. It was Get It Right the First Time, Billy Joel. And for Samuel, she wanted Chicago's Baby What a Big Surprise. She said it took him so long to get here. If you have a C-section, you have to have another C-section. And because she had keloids, which cause scarring, it caused this thing called placenta accreta, which is this very rare thing. Well, basically what happens is the scar tissue embeds in the placenta, and it can cause hemorrhaging and bleeding. And it did. It did. Samuel was born. We're in the room. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Got to run out and tell Maddie he's got his little brother. I come back in and I can see that doctors and the nurses are fiddling a little more than before, and Gracie's got kind of a pained look on her face, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and she grabbed me and she pulled me close, and they were trying to get me out of there. She whispered in my ear, and she gave me 3 kisses, one for each of us. They pulled me out, and the doctor came in to the waiting room. You sit there and you wait, and he came in, and I remember and he told me. All I could think of to say was, he left the boombox playing, man. He left the music playing. Baby, what a big surprise. She was gone the day before her 29th birthday.
And what was it she whispered in your ear?
You're a filmmaker, Lydia. You can come up with whatever you think.
Sorry, are you okay?
Yeah. This is a real downer for your movie, though. I thought you said this was going to be an action comedy, Lydia. Huh?
People sometimes get mad or frustrated with Greg's sense of humor about things. Some people think it might be inappropriate, poorly timed.
But I was going to just...
Oh my God! Oh!
Yeah, I don't think so. Tim, and it was Grace.
Well, they're not dad jokes per se, but they're not always appropriate in the moment to a lot of people.
And Lord, we thank you for this food, and we thank you for this day, and we thank you for Lydia and Trinity awkwardly filming us as we pray. Here, how about this shot? Because I'm steaming. Comedic reference lost on younger audience.
It just lets the pressure out of the room.
Just to let you know it was okay to feel.
He knows, this life, man, there's ups and downs.
That's how God is.
He also knows he's going to see Grace again, so.
He wants to hear us even when the world says it might be inappropriate.
When you can find the humor in anything, it brings joy in the midst of heartache.
C.S. Lewis wrote a book after his wife passed away called A Grief Observed. And in it, he starts with, I never knew grief felt so much like fear. I'm not afraid, but the sensation is the same as being afraid. It really summed it up for me. It was one of those aha moments because I realized I was grieving so much that I was just becoming afraid of everything. And I had to stop. I had a 5-year-old, I had a newborn that needed their father to be a father.
I just always remember Dad being there and being the parent. There wasn't anything or anyone else to do that job. It was Dad.
But to say our father was there is an understatement. He was ever present, ready to teach us, play with us, protect us. He was the epitome of parental guidance and love. He taught us everything and kept our mother's memory alive. Matter of fact, still, every day we pray for her, or rather we remember her in our prayers and thank God for the time we had with her.
Samuel and Matthew, they were, Samuel just had no idea. He was born, he was brand new. But Matthew, he knew something was wrong.
Matthew knew, he understood at the most basic level that when somebody dies, they're not here anymore, you won't see them here.
I was tucking Matthew in one night and he asked me if it was okay to pray for his mommy. I told him, of course. You can ask God anything. He wants you to talk to him about everything.
So he kept wanting to go to heaven to see his mama.
Man, it was really sad.
When your dada, your 5-year-old is asking that, it's rough, man.
What a tough time.
It was really hard.
It's always searching for the revelation in our pain. What is God doing in this? What is he deciding? What is he showing me? What is he there?
So you questioned if he was there?
Yes, like a loop in my head for the first 2 years.
And then what happened?
Well, then Grace started showing up.
Losing my mother at age 5 was awful. It was basically the worst thing that can happen to you. I know that sounds dramatic, but you know what? It is dramatic and traumatic. You are just getting used to life and what it's all about, how it works, who people are, and how to do things. And the person that teaches you is taken away from you. You're left having to figure it all out, then deal with a little brother and a father who needs your help. And you're just, I don't know, can we just stop? I don't want to come off wrong, like I'm just whiny or helpless or blaming anybody, just especially my dad. Can we stop? Can you please stop the camera? All of the cameras.
You said that Grace showed up. What does that mean?
Right. Look, no, I don't mean like a ghost or anything. It just felt like God was showing me that she was with us and he was guiding us.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, I had stopped painting. I was just houses, no art. And then I felt this voice in my head say, start painting for real again, Greg. And I would say, no, thanks, I got it. I got stuff to do. And it would persist. What are you working on, Gregory? What are you working on? It sounded just like the way Grace would ask me. You know, Matt found some of my old paints and started painting the toilet seat, you know, and said, look, Dada, I'm an artist like you. People were asking to buy my art from my college years, pieces I had done like yours. And I had to accept the fact that God was trying to get me out of this through the one thing I had kind of put aside. Basically, they're coincidences that are really, you know, God's providence smiling on you, nudging you towards something that is undeniably Him, you know, to show you that He's there. I started feeling like, you know, maybe painting would be like this cathartic thing about losing Grace, that I would, you know, paint my masterpiece and find peace with it all and feel God in my heart again. But the truth was, I felt lost. I read a lot. So there's another great book. It's called The War of Art, and it talks about resistance, okay? How the artist must create even when they can't. They gotta fight against that resistance, right? So you just gotta keep going. So I just began painting what wasn't there. I knew I had something to paint, but I couldn't see it. So that's what I painted. You know, and then it became like an obsession to me. You know, the harder I looked for inspiration, the more it hid from me. It was elusive, it was non-existent at times even, but you know, I had to keep painting it.
Your Hidden Blessings series?
Right, yes. So, okay, I painted a bunch of paintings of a painting you couldn't see, and voila, to the art elite, suddenly I am an artist. Look, I painted some paintings to get me through a very difficult time in my life. I had a lot of people that liked them. So I painted some other paintings, and a lot of people liked those too. I can't explain it other than to say it was part of that God wink, that He wanted me to do it, and I listened. It's that cross on the wall. That's what it's about. That's why I do it. He gave this all to me now. He gave me, you know, the wealth of my resistance. And I don't believe that God gives us, you know, riches all the time. I think sometimes He strips us of things if we're not ready for it. And I'm not saying I was ready for all that came to me, all the fame and all the spotlight and all of that. I wasn't. No, look, I do think He gives us beauty to try and help with the pain, which is what I tried to paint, and I still do. But now I paint what I feel or what I want to look at because He removed the pain of it all, and He gave me peace about it, about what life is and how, I don't know, just how to move through it daily without Gracie. God's not worried about Gracie. He wasn't worried about her when He took her. He had her, and He still does, and He has us. We just happen to be on this side of heaven. She happens to be on the other side of heaven. So I went deeper into trying to be a dad and trying to be as good as I can, but I feel like God blessed that. That's why He blessed me with all of this. Not because of these, but because of who He is and how much He loves us. He loves you. And He loves us. I gotta try to express that. I want people to see that. People didn't see it necessarily in the art before, but they saw something. And they didn't know what they saw. And what I loved about that was, it was like the mystery of God. Is that what I think it is? Wait a second, well, they're kind of blocking it, and He's elusive that way. But man, when you find Him.
Do you know what the painting is in Hidden Blessings?
This is a question everybody wants to know the answer to, right?
Well, I was, of course, pretty young when he painted those.
I actually haven't given it too much thought.
I think I know what's in it.
I hear that people are always trying to figure that out.
I remember being in his art studio once when he was painting one.
Like that's a big question they want an answer to.
In fact, the one behind me here, that's us as a family.
That's for my dad to decide.
He did paint the painting into it before painting the people.
Make that what he wants and what he thinks it is.
I know a lot about Greg, but I don't know what the answer to that question is.
No, I don't remember what it was.
I think you're never gonna know.
I don't know.
Again, I was pretty young and didn't think anything of it.
No, he's never told me.
I think it's very beautiful to look at, so yeah.
But then again, it is Gregory, and he might surprise us all.
So wait, are you saying Hidden Blessings doesn't have a painting behind it?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Now it's an action, comedy, mystery, adventure. Ooh, mustache twist. Beard stroke.
He keeps throwing these big hints out there and then nothing. I mean, I find him to be a very genuine, thoughtful, funny soul. His story is powerful and sad, but I don't have the answers the investors or Ava want. But I did get this message from her today.
Hey girls, so the investors are a little concerned about coming off a little too Christian. They don't want a faith-based film. They want an art-based one. So Christian films are for a very limited audience, and we want this to appeal to everyone, and their words, not mine. Make money from everyone, okay? So just steer them clear of the Bible verses and Jesus talk. Love ya, you're doing great.
It's tough. Because it seems that every conversation turns to his faith. I'm not trying to. It's just how the interviews are going. I can't help what he says. And at the same time, they want to know about this guy and why he never did interviews. And maybe this is one of the reasons. I still don't know about my painting either. Where it came from, why it's not listed anywhere. And I am asking him on camera tomorrow about it. And we'll see if it's the big reveal that Ava and the investors want as to whether this is the missing Davidson.
So it is yours. You painted this?
Oh yeah, yeah. You got yourself a certified Gregory Davidson right there. It's been a long time, but this is like, to me, this is like the first painting I ever, like real painting that I ever did, and yeah, I never thought I'd see it again. I'm curious about how your mom got it though. You said that she left it to you, and I'm just wondering, she left it to you, but what about your dad?
Well, I never knew him.
Okay. I'm also thinking maybe, since you got the camera roll and everything too, and we're doing all this, we should get Adam here.
Your attorney?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad?
To authenticate?
Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, hang on a sec, bud. We're just kind of in the middle.
I need to talk to you now, please.
Okay.
It's important.
All right, hang on.
I don't understand where this is all coming from, kiddo. I just...
Stop with the kiddo stuff, Dad. That's what I mean.
Okay.
And it's not out of nowhere. It's been building for a long time now. I don't know, just having this...
Is Gregory's mic still on?
These are people doing real things with their lives. Like making stuff that matters. Sometimes I just hate being here. I just want to find out who I am and what I'm good at.
Well, I think you're pretty much good at everything you do, Sam. Look, if you just want to take some time away, you can...
No.
You could...
I want my money.
What?
You always said that it was there for us in case there was an emergency.
Okay, bud, but I mean, this is not an emergency. I get it.
No, I don't think you do, Dad. I want my money, so hear me.
Your mom, she felt this way when she got the job at the church just after college.
I'm not her, Dad. I don't know her. I don't care what she did. Oh, I'm tired of you always comparing me to her. Like, I'm not her.
Okay.
I want to find my own life, and I want to make my own choices, good and bad. I want to find out what I believe, and on my own. So I want my money. You promised the money to me.
Yeah.
And I want the money. Gregory, give me my money! Please.
You're right. Sam, you're right. You're right. Look, I'm not helping this way. You're not your mother. I'll talk to Uncle Adam. I'll have him transfer the account. Look, he can make another account, put it all in there for you. You can have control of it, okay? I love you, buddy. And I'm sorry you feel this way. We'll figure this out. Okay? We'll figure it out, Sam. Sure you got all that? It's a nice twist for your movie, though, doesn't it?
Sam, what's going on? What happened? Why are you leaving?
I'm pretty sure you and your cameras caught most of that, so I think you're good.
I'm
Wait.
good here too, thanks.
Can you just tell me what money you're talking about? Like, does your father owe you money?
My father made Matt and I equal partners in this business once we turned 18. So I want my share. Because I'm not taking part in this business anymore.
But why? What's brought all of this up? Did he do something? Is there...
No. My father never does anything. He's always just there. There, listening, caring, loving unconditionally, keeping me in this protective bubble. It's... Here, you have my cell. Just give me a call sometime if you want to hear the real story of the Davidsons. Take care. Good luck.
Fine, he can leave, but he can't just take a third of the business's equity with him.
It's his money, son, okay? Just like it's yours. If you want your half, you can have your half too.
Dad, I don't want the money. I want to make this business the best it can be. And when you tell me he's taking that much money from it, I don't even care that he's gone. Good.
Hey.
But don't give him the money that we all worked for. Mainly you, Dad. That's your work.
No.
He can figure out how to make his own money. I'll contact Uncle Adam and tell him to lock him out of the account.
Matt, you can't do that. It's his money. It's already done, okay? Adam's transferring it to a new account for him. It's done. Son, let it be. Let him be. It's just money, okay?
Look, we've got this camera crew.
Yes.
This film, which you invited in for some reason. Yes, I thought it was a good idea too. But they're out there, more than likely, listening in on this whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Son, it doesn't matter, okay? I can tell him to leave, but what is that gonna say, right? I just want you and your brother to be okay.
Dad, it's him. He's not okay. He's just
Look.
just forget. I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, I guess this is really good stuff for your film.
Gregory, we don't have to use this.
Look, Lydia, this is real life, right? This is what documentary filmmakers look for, as I said. So, God works in mysterious ways. I'm sure there's a reason for it all. Maybe we can pick up tomorrow. Be okay? I'll see you out in a bit, but I'm just gonna run in here for a minute and make sure that Adam's getting that stuff taken care of.
This was totally unexpected. The thing with Samuel is a big deal. Why did he leave, really? Ava wants me to get in touch with him immediately.
You should definitely call him.
To make sure there's some good drama for the investors.
Get cameras over there.
Drama sells.
There's definitely something interesting going on there. So.
Yeah.
I don't love the idea of documenting Samuel without letting Gregory and Matthew know.
Are you having any... I had no luck with this. That page needs to be completely redone.
I know.
And I don't know what he did.
I mean, it's not like Gregory was holding him hostage. He could have just gone on a trip or just moved into his own place or something, but yelling and putting it all on Gregory just seemed out of proportion.
That, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Adam, as a guy, he said that he can look at it, because now I don't even know what you did just now. Okay, yeah. Now it's getting worse. Let's just leave it.
Matthew doesn't think too much of Sam, clearly.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are getting all of this. Great. Yeah.
Real kind idea.
Okay.
I don't know how much money it was, but I think it was a lot. Like, a lot. I just hope he doesn't blow it.
The boys, my heart just breaks for them. It's a really hard thing, their mother passing the way she did, so it's not a surprise that they would struggle with God and why he would do something like that.
But why would God do something like that?
Well, you know that saying, the Lord works in mysterious ways? Well, sometimes I think maybe it's only a mystery because we're not willing to listen to what he's trying to tell us.
I don't understand what that means. God wants bad things to happen to punish us?
Oh, no. The Lord aches with us, and he knows all of our pain. But you know, he also allows things to happen to make us stronger, to know him more. He's not worried about people dying or loss. He gave us free will to either choose to run to him or away from him. If you want answers, you need to run to him, Lydia, with open arms.
This is the stuff I hate about Christians. They say all these bumper sticker catchphrases. They smile and say, trust in him. You know what? That's what you did, Mom. That's what you left me with. But what do you have to show for it? Free will, death, strength gained from pain? Pain hurts and doesn't heal if you are unwilling to accept that life just throws crap at you and there is no God. They're picking up the pieces and using it for the better. I mean, if so, then why isn't he helping me now? Because right now, it's just making me believe all the more that he isn't there. Samuel's gone. No one's heard from him. I can see how straining it is on the family. I mean, what's Gregory and Audrey gonna do? What's their God gonna do? And how's Gregory gonna deal with that pain?
I was born with questions that never go away. I was born so full of doubts, it pains me to this day.
Where is it? How could it?
Everybody tells me
I didn't move it. I didn't move it. But I mean, the whole piece is gone. It's always right there. It's just Grace's ring. Grace's ring.
But only on my knees alone does the conversation come. Only in a still small voice from God's own precious
Usually here,
Son.
it's not there. Did it fall?
Only at that moment I'll ask in Jesus' name.
It's always there. It's always there. It's not anywhere.
Do you love me like this?
It's usually right there on a chain. It's just hanging on a chain. I mean, you guys, you've seen it. You've seen it. You see everything.
Do
Okay.
you know my name?
Where is it?
Can you feel my pain? Jesus, do you love me?
Sam.
Could you hold me
Sam.
all night? And could you point out what's right?
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
Can you hear my voice? And teach me to rejoice. Jesus, do you love me?
Sorry. Sorry.
So anytime I wonder if he still hears me at all, anytime I bow my head and let these teardrops
I need a minute.
the blessed grace of Jesus forever comes to call. Oh, he loves me just like this, and he knows I resist.
Look, I can't make Sam believe or you believe or anyone believe the way I believe, and I don't think I should. I'm not actually called to that.
My pain, oh, how he loves me.
Children are meant to leave. That's actually your job. That's biblical. My job is to help you along the way, but to never veer from my belief in Christ and what He can do. I'm called to be an example, to show grace and love and compassion. In the storms of my life, at the worst parts of my life, He has always been in the center, that calm in the eye of the storm. God has got this. Who is God to me? He is Jesus Christ. Because of the things that He has shown me in my life, that give me no other explanation than Him. Can I change what's going on? Yes, absolutely. I can get in God's way, and I don't want to do that. What He's going to do with all of this, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, how he loves me.
Hello? What's up?
Sam, hey, it's Lydia. Lydia Drake.
Yeah, hey Lydia, what's up? How's it going?
I was just wondering if you would still be up for that interview with me.
I remember.
Okay, great. So what would work for you?
Well, I'm just waking up, so, I got some things today, and then I'm at the club tonight, and then, I own a nightclub, so me and some partners do, but, you should totally come check it out, and then, if you want, you can, hit my condo afterwards for the interview if you want.
Okay, great. I mean, if you wanted to just wait till a day when we can do it without the distraction, we can.
No, it's no distraction at all. It's all a part of the business now. Yeah, I'll text you the address to this number. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's great.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
Lydia! No, okay, come on. It's all kind of a work in progress, but all handcrafted by me. That's what this whole place is about. Disappearance, escape. I like this piece. We'll get it out there. Yeah, come on. Now this is a sweet room. I'm just super stoked to have people in here. It's so alive. We got the bar here. Look, I can sit over here. We got pillows. Come on, let's go. It's awesome. Isn't this great? And that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
So I've tried.
Well, you gotta see this view. Come on, check this out. You get your camera over here. You can kind of see. Yeah, good. Man, we pulled 2 all-nighters in in 2 nights. You know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but let's take a look at that. TV. I watched some of that. Top floor. It's top dollar. And this is the master bedroom. I'm good. And I totally love to just like hang out here and like contemplate what's next for me. I think it's great.
Samuel, interview. Tell me about what's been going on with you.
What's been going on with me? Oh, well, I mean, it's a lot of this. It's like a whole thing, you know. And it's a club. It's about the people, but it's also like about the design, you know. Well, I design it all because the artistry in my blood. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever. Nah, cut that out. It's just a party. It's immersive and I'm the ringmaster. I make life better, and people can come and not worry about stuff for a bit, and that's what it's all about. Everyone be all in the moment, you know. You already know all that because you said you said you related to me a little bit of how you know your mom and all that, you know?
It's my dad. I didn't know my dad. I knew my mom.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, your dad? I am your father. Opa. Like, oh no, he wasn't all in the picture and all? Yeah. Like, you don't know who he was or like what he did or where he went? You don't know anything about him or anything?
No.
No?
No.
You know, you don't need a dad. Because you got your friends. Right? Like, all my bros at the club, I mean, they know me better than my own family, you know? And I mean, like, Eddie, he was the one that, like, took the initial idea that we had, and he took my initial investment, and then we put it in together for this. And then Sean, did you get to meet Sean? Did you guys no? Oh man, Sean is more like a brother to me than Matt was. Matt was always like, "Hey Sam, why don't you do this for Dad? We owe him that much, so why don't you?" I mean, the work that I do now, it's all about what I can do. And it's about the people that I can surround myself with that accept me for who I am. And I think you should show Matt and Gregory this, all right? Hey fellas, doing good. Doing good, fellas, how you doing?
So I've tried to find my own way home, to live all on my own. If only you were me, and you could somehow see the light.
See, you can cut on sound.
You cut cameras.
Yeah.
We're all done.
Do I like that Sam is gone? No. Do I wish he was here? I wish he would seek the best in his life. That's what I'm hoping for him. I'm not going to try to force my will, but I'm also not going to veer from what I believe. I can't. We all have the choice to either run away from him or run towards him. He's waiting. He can take whatever it is you want to say to him. That's what I did.
I don't believe in him.
Well, you say that, yet you're still seeking. So what would it hurt you to just ask him? If you could say anything to God, what would it be?
So Gregory is a fascinating man. He truly seems to be taking Samuel's leaving in stride, and I'm sure he gets that from his faith. But it doesn't mean it's real, does it? Can't a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Jewish person, an atheist even, have the same type of faith? You make up your mind and decide to not let things get to you, right? That's what I've done my entire life. Gregory and his Jesus. Just like you, Mom. He clung to him. Told me I needed him too, but what did that get you? Lung cancer at 50, having never smoked a day in your life? That doesn't seem fair. Or just. Or right. So yeah, I'm a little resentful of this whole God thing. I haven't told Gregory that I saw Sam. I can't show him the footage. But he'd probably just say, he'll figure it out, kiddo. God's got him, kiddo. That's what he calls his sons. And me.
Hey, kiddo. 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 All right, kiddo. You got it, kiddo. Okay, kiddo. All right, kiddo. Okay, kiddo.
Kiddo. Him asking me what I would ask God. Okay, fine. God? Where are you? Show me you exist. Help me find my father. And show me why my mother loved that painting so much. And you so much. Go ahead. Give me your best shot. Every time Gregory or I talk about my painting, something happens.
Painting. This keeps falling. In my.
Hey, Dad?
To authenticate?
Can I talk to you about something?
If we want, we can talk about it. Hang on, that's a power outage.
Is that your God? But tomorrow, we're shooting again. And Jesus, if you're here, let the pieces fall into the right places. Right? Right?
Sorry about that. We're just a little behind here, but you're good. We're good. So this is, oh, you got me on this one today. Oh, well, you know the fun thing about this one, though. Now I'm turning. Okay, sorry.
Okay, Gregor, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, hang on.
Everyone settle, please.
Oh.
Okay, let's get
Settle
started.
down. Trinity, settle down, would you?
Gregory Davidson interview.
Gregory.
Yes.
How many paintings do you think you've done over the course of the years?
That's a big question. I don't keep track. I don't keep a tally of how many paintings, but Matthew would probably know the number because he really is. He's put a whole database.
Okay, what about the ones that aren't in the database?
No, I think he's cobbled together a pretty decent list of everything. I think that everything's pretty much in there. I took pictures in the beginning, so some of them are just photos, bad photos that I did.
But there is one missing, right? The one that my mom had. That then got left to me. I saw it, made me want to reach out to you, and then you saw it, wanted me to do an interview.
Right.
I think you verified it as a Davidson.
Yes. No, that one would not be in there. Yeah.
Why?
Well, it was done, like I was mentioning to you before, it was like the first thing I ever painted. So I don't, it was before I met Grace. It was, I gave that one away. I gave it to a friend.
My mother?
I'm sorry.
Hold for sound. Are we
Yeah, just keep it rolling. We're gonna let them settle. We'll go back to the last question, so
Okay.
Yeah, just did you know my mom? Kind of go into that. Is sound sounding okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome. So let's settle. Okay, so and you knew my mom.
Dad, it's the police. They want to talk to you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know you want an answer to that question, Lydia. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry. Did they say what they want? Okay. Sorry. Hi,
Hello,
officer.
sir.
You know what?
Page.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna step out here. We got
That's okay.
stuff going on in there.
You're Gregory Davidson?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Are you the father of Samuel Alex Davidson?
Yeah, Sam. Okay. Oh boy. Is he all right?
Mr. Davidson, I'm so sorry to tell you this. We believe we have identified your son's body in a death investigation.
No.
He appears to have jumped from a building he was reportedly living in.
No.
And I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station, and if you might be able to give us a positive ID.
No.
Sir, is this something that you might be able to do for us?
I'm sorry. Boy, you know, I don't envy your job.
I know this is difficult.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Samuel's dead. He killed himself. This is what happens when I pray for good and answers, and God to show himself. Is this the proof that you're there? That you just take people and you kill them and leave us? Yeah, you're awesome. I should have known. I should have seen it. I should have told Gregory that. What am I doing? This is not the film. These are real people. They're real lives. This is real. This isn't what I should be doing. Who cares about who my father is? Who cares about the stupid pain? I just wanted to know about who I was.
It's your heart that's on the line, and I would be the perfect fool if you were me and I were you.
I'm done.
You can record this?
Yeah, it's recording.
It's good to see you. We've missed you here, Lydia. Thank you for the thumb drive and the letter. I watched the footage of Sam, and it wasn't him at his best, but I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate you coming to the service. That meant the world to me. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you. You left kind of quickly, but I wanted to make sure that you were okay. Did you get the painting?
No, yeah, I did. It came this morning. Thank you. It's a verse, right, from the
Yes.
Bible?
Yes, it is. Yeah. You never gave me one, so I just thought I'd come up with my own there for you. And since it was the first painting, I thought it would be appropriate. So, look, Lydia, I want you to finish this project. I think that you need to. I think that you should. I'm having a showing of some of my new art. I'm dedicating it to Sam, and I really want you there. Bring your cameras, bring Trinity. We can laugh. We can make your investors happy. I know they'd like that. I want you to feel that you have answers. We never really got to talk about your painting. Kept getting interrupted. I want you to know about your painting, Lydia. You deserve to know about your painting, and bring the painting. As a matter of fact, I want it to be a part of this show. I think that it's important that it should be. We'll have Matthew finally put it in the database and get it all logged. It'll be great. But
That'd be great.
Your mom's last name wasn't Drake, though, right?
No, it's I changed it. It's
That's what I thought. Okay.
It's Faith Moore is her name.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay, look, bring it along. I'm gonna tell you all about it. Bring your crew, bring your cameras, bring your microphones, and we'll clapper things, and I will do voices, and it'll be crazy. And I'm gonna dress up. It's an art show. You can dress up. We're gonna have everybody there. It'll be a good time, okay? Because you know I'm very
striking, right?
That's right. I am. Don't you forget it, kiddo. Okay.
I'll see you soon. I'll bring the painting.
Great. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Now I got to figure out how to awkwardly turn this off. Pay no mind to the old man at the camera.
Hi. Okay.
Hi. Is that...
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's changed.
Yeah.
It's so different.
There's my favorite film crew.
Hey.
There you are. Good to see you. It's so good to see you.
Hey.
I'm so glad you made it.
Thanks.
I'm so glad to see you both. It is great to see you. Here you're with your gear and stuff. Let me give you a hand, okay?
Okay, yeah,
Let me help. Whatever I
you
can
got
do.
that one?
I got it. I got it all. I got it. I'm so glad to see you. You
Yeah,
brought
it's
you brought your painting, right?
Yeah, I got the painting.
I don't really know what to say here. My father has begun painting some new works because he has been inspired. Not inspired, but he felt a need to paint after Sam. I don't have a lot to say about it all. I don't want my brother to have done what he did. I'm mad that he did it. I don't understand it, and frankly, I feel like it's still his way of getting attention. Now that's coming off wrong. I don't want my little brother to be dead. Okay? I just also don't know what you want me to say about any of it. I'm glad my father has found a way to put his grief into something that gives him some type of peace or solace about the whole thing. But this is just a depressing thing to deal with. I've had to help put together the funeral of my little brother. It's not supposed to be like this. I had to try and track down what's happened with his bank accounts, what he did with all the money, because it's gone. It's not there anymore. I don't know how you blow through that much money and then just leave it to everyone else to clean up your mess. I mean, it's been very difficult.
I don't know. You know, I think I'm starting to feel more sympathetic to their God stuff. And when something so hard hits and you have nothing to believe in, you just end up kind of feeling unresolved or questioning. I want to believe that Samuel and my mom and Grace are all in a better place. I feel like maybe I've been judging everyone just a little too much. It's like something's happening. Like maybe God heard my challenge. I feel different since then, and I want to know more. And the fact that Gregory is finally ready to tell me about my mom's painting, I'm curious as to what it's all gonna bring.
There it is, right there on display. I can't thank you all enough for coming out today to share in the memory of Samuel, and I hope you enjoy the art. And please get yourself a snack, have a coffee, a little something, and enjoy. Thanks. The blessings are no longer hidden. They're right out front for everybody to see.
I think it's fantastic. It's great to see him back. I'll take all of them.
I love this. It's amazing.
We're back. We're back. The art's a little different.
When I was always told.
Sister approved. All him. It's all him. Let me take this. How many film you guys? Oh.
What's the food? It's as good as gold. It's the power of love. Let us set you free. It's the voice of God calling you and me. It's on the road to glory. so few can see. It's a call for the desperate. It's a call for the brave. It's a call for the sinner. It's a call for the saved. But we gotta tell the whole world that the debt's been paid. Do you hear the sound of 1,000 saints singing glory, hallelujah, as they praise his name? It's as soft as a whisper, it's as loud as a train. It's a call for the desperate, it's a call for the brave. It's a call for the sinner, it's a call for the saved. But we gotta tell the whole world that the debt's been paid. Some sweet, sweet day, all our tears cried away. Straight on up to glory, precious Lord, hear my plea.
It's him. It's him. He was the friend that Gregory gave Adam the painting, and Adam was a friend, and Adam's my father. He's the one who had it and then gave it to my mom, and he tried to contact her for years. I mean, they messed up one night and he didn't know she was pregnant, and it's him. Adam's my dad.
We gotta tell the whole world.
I had no idea, right? How could I? I mean, I know we had our moment. I mean, the weight of that, I know she carried it, and I certainly did. And it's what got me into the Bible study where I met Greg, and it was right after that she called me and said she said she was leaving, said she was going home, that her parents, your grandparents, were going to come get her, and they thought school was not a good influence on her. So I took the painting, I took your painting, and I left it at her dorm room door with a note on it.
This piece of paper.
Wow, yeah. That's it. I had no idea if she had gotten it. I had no idea if it was somebody else picked it up and walked away with it or what, but it was the only thing I had that I thought would be of any value, and she always said she loved it. So I did my best to communicate with her, but I didn't have her address. And that was the time when you couldn't just pick up a phone or look on the internet and get somebody's address. But I ran into a mutual friend of ours that we had who had an address, gave me an address that she thought might have been hers. I sent letters. Every one of them came back returned to sender, so I just thought, and that was it. Man, I really loved your mom. I never would have guessed that you were here. I didn't think she wanted anything to do with me. I thought she wanted me to just leave her be. And when you showed up to do this film, I knew you had a painting. I knew potentially it was one of Greg's. The thought never occurred to me. It never registered that it could be mine. I had no idea, but Greg did. And he told me he wanted to make sure you were you, and then just let God figure the rest out. And he certainly did. I just want to know you, and I want to be there for you. And I want to help you process through your mom and your faith and my faith and just everything that comes with all the stuff that's gonna follow. God help us.
I really had no idea, actually. I had no idea about you or the painting or what to think of any of it. I mean, even when we tried to talk about it, everything would go wrong. Something would happen. And it was midway through that I realized that you actually might be connected to that painting in a way that would connect you to my friends and my family. That painting was my testimony. That was after growing up in the church, knowing everything that I thought I knew, and then realizing I knew none of it. And I came to know Christ one-on-one in a real way when I was 19. And then I went to college and everything changed, and I got pulled in 100 different directions, as so many people do, and I started questioning things, and I ended up at that Bible study that I wasn't even supposed to go to that night. And Adam was there, and we got to talking, and we started talking about Mere Christianity, which was what did it for me. C.S. Lewis's book that gave me that revelation back when I was 19, and it pulled me back in there. It was my wake-up call to snap me back into place of what it was, and I was so grateful to Adam. I gave him the painting because I figured the painting was like a testimony. We're supposed to share our testimony of Christ and who he is and what he means to us. And that painting was going to be a pay it forward. So I gave it to him with the thought that he could pay it forward and give it to somebody else. And he gave it to your mom. Your mom was a lovely lady. I met her just a couple of times. I never really knew the whole story. It wasn't until, months later that Adam really told me what was going on with that. But we didn't know what had transpired. But I didn't know if maybe Faith had, remarried, had a kid, kept the painting, or put it at a garage sale. Who knew? God had a plan, and he put it all together. And we're just happy that you're here. But Lydia, I know you've struggled and you've questioned, and I know it's been hard with Sam, but I hope that you see that he can work miracles and he can do anything if we ask with an honest heart.
Every lonely soul, every broken heart, every loveless moment, every light gone.
Hang on. Wait.
Gregor? Every fatal hour, every crooked step, every word of hope not spoken yet.
Sam. Jesus. Jesus, no.
Children, all just a journey home.
It is Sam. Sam. Sam.
Every breath you take, every hopeless sigh, every cloud that drifts through clear blue sky.
Samuel. Oh my boy.
Everything you lose, every shade of gray, every broken promise you ever made.
I screwed up.
It's all just a journey home now, children. All just a journey home.
I'm sorry, Dad. Dude. Oh my.
It's all just a journey home now, children.
I'll do anything. I'll wait for nothing. You're here. You're here. I'll understand if you don't want me here. No, you're here. You're alive. You're alive.
A beloved son, presumed dead.
A body literally in pieces after falling 6 stories.
A family in mourning.
In the end, Mr. Davidson did confirm the body to be that of his son.
And a stunning twist of identity theft and murder.
But it wasn't Samuel Davidson, it was this man, 23-year-old Sean Ian Nelson.
The police department and his family had no reason to believe it was anyone but Samuel Davidson.
That seems straight out of a Hollywood thriller.
Police now discovering a double cross from a third partner in the nightclub, 48-year-old Edward Victor Lewis.
But what happened to the real Samuel Davidson?
Finally ended up at this shelter where he worked for nearly a year to rebuild his life with the hope to return home.
And the dramatic reunion with his family.
Sam! Samuel!
Is where this story truly begins. The death and life of a prodigal son. A behind-the-story investigation tonight at 11.
Matthew, Samuel, come up here. I want to make a toast, everybody. I want to make a toast. First off, thank you all, and smile for the cameras. They're making a documentary about me. I was very boring until this started, but Lydia here doing the filming, our illustrious filmmaker. Yes, she's been doing a fantastic job. And her own story, even crazier, truly amazing stuff. Hollywood could not have written this story, I think. Hopefully tonight will be a very uneventful evening, no big surprises. I don't think that my heart could take it, actually, but I was getting stuff ready for the party. And I went down to the corner market. You guys know the corner market? Charlie, the kid Charlie that does the checkout. Charlie. And he says, hello, Mr. Davidson, how are you? I said, Charlie, I'm fantastic. Samuel, my son, he was dead. We had a funeral. We had a memorial. He's alive, Charlie. He's alive, And Charlie, this kid's like, what? He's like 19, young kid. The wisdom on this kid, man. He looks me in the eye, doesn't blink, and just says, do you want cash back? Because you got to hit the button. Because what do you say, though? It's like, no, I don't want cash back. I got my son back, Charlie. We're here to toast and celebrate life and Samuel and Matthew. Yeah, everybody here. I wish that Gracie was here, because I know she would have loved this, right? Because she was always so thrilled to see how God could surprise us.
She would wake up in the mornings and she would go, Greg, let's see what he does today, you know? So to celebrate, a toast to family and to dear, dear friends and all of you. I kid, come on. To life and to much more boring events for a documentary than this. All right. Cheers. Hey. Oh, we had jokes. Oh my gosh, she is. It'll be a glorious time someday soon.
That's it, right? That's the one?
Please don't touch my camera. I'll get it.
Sorry, just, let's just get it together.
I'm not set for sound, Matthew.
You know what you're doing? Let's just film it. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's fine. Yes, it's all very dramatic and complex. It's all very exciting, truly. I'm truly glad that my brother isn't dead. I really am, but come on, we're gonna party for him, going off, taking a third of the business, losing it to criminals that literally killed to get it, spending it on a nightclub and drugs, girls, then becomes homeless and decides, oh hey, I'll go back home. What was I thinking? Oh no, I'm not dead, I'm alive. I'm broke and lost all your money and put you all through hell, but I'm good. I got it out of my system. I've had my come to Jesus moment, and I'm ready to come back here and see what else I can take. This guy is amazing. I sit here and pick up the pieces of my father's life and pain once again, and once again, because of him, he comes into this world and he gets tired of his perfect life, and he makes us think he's dead, and takes our joy and adds pain and sorrow and confusion and frustration, and then he returns. I've never left. I've never asked for anything more than what was mine. I've done everything right. Everything right. Where's my party? I am lost here, lost in what I'm supposed to do, who I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to act and perform, and this God of his that makes everything new and sets things right for Samuel and for my father and for you. But I just want to know where is he for me? Where are you, God? Come on. What do you look like? What do you sound like? Show me your face. Show me who you are to me. Talk to me.
Do you know my name? Can you feel my pain? Jesus, do you love me?
Hey, Matthew. I'm sorry you feel that way. Son, look, God's blessed us. He's given us a new beginning here. Man, everything I have is yours. All that I have is yours. All that I have is your brother's. And all you ever have to do is ask. Son, I love you, but we had to celebrate. I just hope you can see God in this and the miracle and how much he loves you too. He loves you, son. God loves you, son.
There's a book called The Return of the Prodigal Son by Henri Nouwen, and in it he breaks down each of the characters of an amazing story that Jesus tells that I personally never thought I'd actually live a version of. So in one chapter he's talking about the older son, who most scholars would say is representative of the Pharisees who held to God's law so much that they missed the whole message of God's redemption and forgiveness. But see, in the book he says something to the effect of, I have to believe there's redemption for the older son in this story, even though we never see it, because I am the older son. I got to agree with that. Anyone that has walked with God for any length of time is the older son. When they're feeling stuck, or that God's not really hearing them anymore. We may have been the prodigal at some point, but that's probably how we became the older son too. By first thinking we know so much that we walk away from God. But then Once we receive his redemption, we're in danger of becoming so used to it, we start embracing the sin of familiarity, and we start expecting God to just know what we want or what we think, and that everything we do is in line with him, because we're trying so hard to show him that everything we do is in line with him. We're so close to him that we stop looking for him, and we assume we know exactly what he looks like and sounds like. We all need to be constantly calling to him and asking him to show himself in new ways, and we have to be willing to be wrong with what we think about him and about everything else. Like, I've been both sons, leaving home, going to college, thinking I know it all, then finding God again through Gracie and through Adam, and then being so angry with him after he took Grace from me. Now I just feel like I'm just desperately trying to be the father who simply opens his arms and welcomes his children and just love them. Put the robe, ring, and the sandals on them and celebrate that they're alive and that I'm here to see it all.
Okay, Mom. I'm done. I'm done with being so angry at you, done trying to figure you out, though, too. Because I don't think I'll ever really understand all that you did and didn't do in life and why, but I will say thank you.
Look at Mommy. Look at Mommy.
For the painting and all that it's brought to me, to my life, and when you let me find these truths out on my own, even if it hurt. You just missed so much, and I miss you now.
There she is.
Or I miss what I could have had with you. I'm sorry I wasn't more understanding of your ways. Your painting found my family, and I see what I've been missing. So I forgive you, Mom. I love you. And God, I see that I need to trust that you're here. Please, God. And show us you're there.
Okay, so just tell us who each of you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Samuel Davidson, and I do the
very little, actually. Eat and play video games and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I just chill around and I eat some chips.
In more serious news, I'm Matthew Davidson, Executive Vice President of Davidson Artworks Incorporated. I oversee the day-to-day operations of the Davidson family business.
Oh, family business. Matthew, come here.
Come here, yeah. We want you to take charge of the day-to-day operations. First job you gotta do is help your brother take out the garbage.
Yeah, okay, all right. I am Gregory Davidson, president of Davidson.com, legislated, incorporated, dominated. Most importantly, I'm these two's dad.
I think I figured out what this story really is. At first, I thought it was about a painting. Then I thought a tragedy of true love lost. Then just a story about my own loss and forgiveness, and God, and fathers, and sons, and daughters. And then loss, brutal, ugly loss and pain, and restoration, and reunion. But I think it's actually just about the one thing that Gregory has said from the beginning. Love. That never ends.
If I walked this road alone, if this earth was my true home, I'd be tired to the bone and disappointed. If my faith was in this land, if I trusted my two hands, I'd just surrender to the powers we've appointed. But I give all my earthly glory.
I think back and I'd heard all of these things my whole life about God and Jesus and his path for you. And it was almost like I needed to hear it from someone else, or a new perspective, or like find my testimony, whether I really truly wanted that or not. God was there for me, and he shaped all of that in my story. And I've completely just found new meaning. And now I have something to share for others that are like me, that were that same way, heard it all your life, never really truly knew what it was. And if I can help you see it better, That's what it was all about. Yeah.
Where I'll spend eternity. It's just me and Jesus and the sweet by and by. Hold me up, sweet Lord of mine. Keep me close until I die. This has been my only prayer, the only one that ever gets me by. So here I stand with heart in hand, knowing God will understand. I pray these prayers, but his answers still confuse me. But my gratitude is real, and my wounds will one day heal. And I cry these tears of joy that he would choose me. So I give all my earthly glory to the heavens. These guitars and songs won't matter in the sky. When it comes to what I'll be, where I'll spend eternity, it's just me and Jesus and the sweet by and by. When it comes to what I'll be, where I'll spend eternity, it's just me and Jesus and the sweet by and by.
Well, Lydia, it's been very exciting having you here. But you know, the one thing you never did was just ask the question, what is the painting in Hidden Blessing? See, you went around, you asked other people, do they know what it is? Do they think they know what it is? What do they think it is? Is there a painting in the painting? But you never just said, Gregory, what's the painting in the painting? All you had to do was ask. I mean, it's here. It's always been here. Of course, I mean, there's always stuff in the way, but there's always something to be revealed. It's always been here. It's just like in life. Oh, hang on. Sometimes things are right in front of you. You just didn't see them. Yeah. Remember, in life, you should always just ask. Whether or not you'll always get to see everything that you ask for, well, that's another story.
The battery died. Of course.